Hello everyone and welcome back to CyMod.Net. Today we're going to talk about some of the new moderator features which will only apply to a few of you, so feel free to skip this one if you're not a moderator. So I'm currently logged in as Tim on my test server, and Tim is in fact a moderator and he's looking at a game that he's not playing in. Let me just show you some of the things that you can do as a moderator. Basically you can see all the hidden information. I can come over here and take a look at Zarek's skill cards, and I can see what all his skill cards are. I can view loyalty cards. I can even take a look and see how the loyalty cards are going to come off the deck. Ooh, why can't I click on that? We'll figure that out later. Probably a bug. The crisis deck, if you can see, I can see the entire draw pile, and I can see that Witch Hunt is the next crisis that's going to come up, so that should satisfy your curiosity as you're helping people with their games. Speaking of helping them, actually before we actually go through any of the helping, let me show one thing. Obviously I can see all of the hidden information about this game, but what about the games that I might be wanting to play in myself? So Tim is currently playing in two different games, and if I take a look at one of those, Tim's playing Apollo in this game. You can see that I cannot see anybody's skill card hand. Can't see the draw pile. I can only see the discards, so on and so forth. So because it doesn't matter that Tim is a moderator, because he's playing in this game, he is not going to be able to see anything about the games that he plays in other than his own hidden information. Alright, but back to our test game, and let's help this group out with a few things. We had a problem with this, or we'll say that this game had a problem and someone accidentally discarded Jammed Assault. So let's come over, take a look at the crisis deck. We're going to see down in the discard pile, there it is, Jammed Assault. All you got to do is click on the card that needs to be returned, click on Admin View, click Edit. Alright, and then you just need to change which pile the card is in. Cards are always in some pile, and in this case it's in the discard pile. We just need to move it to cards played. Those are the cards that are currently on face up on the game board, and the number 2 there just means that there's currently 2 cards in that pile. Always leave auto index checked. In this case, because it's going to the cards played pile, it's appropriate that it's face up, but this is something you should pay attention to, whether or not it's face up or down. Select update card, and let's go back to the game board, and we can see Jammed Assault is now back on the game board. Okay. Another situation that might arise is when 2 interrupts of the same type are played by 2 different players. The current player gets to choose which interrupt is resolved. So let's say that Hilo played the 2 and Boomer played the 1 of evasive maneuvers, and Hilo wants that 2 returned. So let's go ahead and click on the 2 evasive maneuvers. Same thing, Admin View, Edit. Alright, I just need to find Hilo's skill cards. There we go. He's got, oh, sorry, that's Zarek. Let's see Hilo's skill cards. There we go. And in this case, it is not appropriate for the card to be face up. So remember to check that, or uncheck that, because otherwise it'll be visible to everybody, and Hilo doesn't have a way to flip his card over himself. So make sure that you get that right. Click Update. Alright, and go back to the game board, and I'll see that Hilo does have evasive maneuvers. Now I can see that even though it's face down, but that card is in fact face down. You can verify it just by clicking on it, going to the admin view, and it'll show the card is not face up. Alright, so let's go back to the game board, and let's say that you needed to actually take some actions as a player. Maybe you need to play a crisis card. Because you're not a player in the game will not let you take actions. All right, I'll show you right now. I'll play top card, and it will throw an exception. Okay, so that doesn't work. Um, so what you need to do is go over here to where you can edit the players, and I should probably talk about what you can do when you edit a player. So let's say that I'm going to take this action as Hilo. I'll just click on the little edit button, which looks like a pencil. Click on edit down here. Brings up all the values. I can change all sorts of things about Hilo. Some things that really should not be changed, like what game he's in. I don't want to change that. What character he is, who his user is. You don't want to mess with any of that stuff. But I can change, and it might be appropriate sometimes to change whether or not he's the president, what his location is possibly. But in this case, most of the time, all you need to do is go down here and select your name as the moderator, and then you can just take actions as that player. Okay, so I hit update, go back to the game board. You'll see that there is an indicator now that I am moderating this player. Okay, that's just to let me know that I'm assumed control of that player. He can still take actions as himself, but if I do anything on the board, it's gonna think that that Hilo is actually doing it. So let's go ahead and play that crisis card. All right, there you go. So the crisis card played, and if you notice, it says Admiral Hilo resolved witch hunt. And notice that it also says the username of Bob, even though I'm logged in as Tim, and that's because, like I said, I'm sort of impersonating Bob right now. This will allow you to take any action on behalf of that player. So let's say fuel needs to get knocked down to 6, update it, and again it shows that Bob changed that. Now one thing that will not work if I go over to try to moderate Zarek at the same time that I'm moderating Hilo, it is not going to let me do that. And the reason is that the game wouldn't know which player I was trying to take actions as. So only one player can be moderated per game at a time. So if that's in that case, I would just need to go back and stop moderating Hilo. And I would be able to then assume control of Zarek. And let's see, I'll go ahead and maybe Zarek said, no, that was a mistake. This wasn't supposed to be knocked down to 6. It was supposed to be knocked down to 7. And you'll notice that it shows that Zarek took that action. Okay. That's pretty much it as far as moderating players and fixing where cards are. I will say that with some of these moderator screens, you have enough power to really screw up a game. So be careful what you're doing, and if you're not sure, just send me a geek mail and I can fix the player. But I think it's pretty straightforward. And just let me know if you have any questions or whatever. Hope you have fun moderating, and have a great day.